Welcome to the JAMODI podcast. We are all surrounded by amazing coaches and leaders. So let's get an inside look at not just what they do, but how they do what they do. After all, becoming the best versions of ourselves is JAMODI, just a matter of doing it. Coaches, the JAMODI podcast is powered by Shoot 360. The future of basketball has arrived in Dallas-Fort Worth. Shoot 360 combines the latest sports technology with the fundamentals of basketball skill development. The result is a one-of-a-kind video game-like basketball program designed to improve your shooting, dribbling, and passing. Visit shoot360dfw.com to learn more and register for your free 1-hour workout evaluation. Shoot 360, the future of basketball is here. You're a great player. I do think it's really cool, too, that you're back at your alma mater. Like, there's got to be something special to that, right?
Well, there's 100%. I know when I played here, I had the ultimate college experience in my eyes. I won a national championship, which was wonderful with my teammates. And every year that I was here 4 years. And every year that I was here, the program did something different that the program hadn't done before. Wow. And obviously capped it off with a national championship. And those girls are my sisters to this day. And we've been through a lot. We just celebrated our 30th anniversary of the national championship season, which is crazy because I don't feel that old. But
that's right. It wasn't that long ago, right?
Time is ticking, yeah. But it's crazy to me because we had 12 players on that team, and we've lost 2 of them in the last 5 years, and that's been horrible to go through. But at the same time, it almost reunited and just reemphasized the bond that we had as teammates. We've always been close and we've kept in touch. And of course you keep in touch with some more than others, but going through that illness with Noelle really unified us again. And now we stay in touch even more. So that's super special. And then maybe just a month later, we lost another one really tragic and sudden. And so it just really hit us all hard. But all that to say that, that was an incredible experience athletically for me all those years ago at Texas Tech. But I also obviously got my degree here, and then I met my husband here. So I literally checked the boxes off.
That's right? Been good to you, yeah.
Did all the things, yeah. So when I left here, I was not anticipating coaching college.
Oh,
I grew up in a high school coaching family. That's what I knew. That's what my husband was, a high school football coach. I was like, that's what we're doing. And we took off and did that for about 5 years. And then I had an opportunity to get into coaching, college coaching, and I took it and really liked it. Didn't have a great experience where I was. And so I actually went back to high school for a year or two, had some kids, and that muddied the water some. And then the opening came back for me to come back to Tech as an assistant. And that's when I really was like, okay, this is the level that I want to coach at. This is where I had my greatest experiences. And I just feel like the transition for young women from 17 or 18-year-olds to 23, 24-year-olds now is so significant that I just really wanted to be a part of that transformation. And then, of course, the basketball piece, right? Coaching back at my alma mater, and it took me a while to get back here, and that's a whole nother story itself. Yeah. And I went through a lot of heartache doing that, and a lot of closed doors that I thought maybe that's not in the cards for me. But when it happened, finally, it certainly wasn't the experience that I thought I was going to have coming back to my alma mater, especially when I left Texas Tech. We left Texas Tech at a really high level. Even when I came back and coached as an assistant, we were rocking and rolling. And the first year that I was coaching as an assistant, we were ranked number 1 in the nation in regular season. It was at the pinnacle, right? And then Coach Sharp ended up retiring, in my eyes, too early. And they went a different direction, and unfortunately had really struggled with getting the right fit in here ever since, until I feel like I got to come back. And I think, and I tease Kirby, my athletic director, all the time. I think at my press conference, I even said it's about damn time, and I give him a hard time.
Let's quit messing around here, guys. I'm here. Let's go.
Yeah. And he agrees. I mean, he's been really sweet and has agreed, because we have made a huge turn, and it is becoming more like Lady Raiders of old. And, people are really excited about the program, and we've built the culture back up, and we're doing some really great things. But there's a lot of, I think, responsibility that I feel as the head coach and leader of this
right
program.
On the money. I played at the Colony High School, and in my 11 years here, there have been some big jobs around this area, South Lake, those that have kind of opened up, and I've just never felt this like punch in the gut.
Yeah.
To go for those. I'm at church probably a few years ago in the middle of worship, and I don't really get into the feeling parts of things, but I did. I remember just feeling the Colony High School just put on my heart, like the feeling of responsibility, because they've only had two coaches there, Tommy Thomas and Cleve Ryan, who's there right now, and they were both. I played for both of them, and so I just felt this overwhelming sense of responsibility. Like, I always got to make sure, like, it's in good hands right now, but it always has to be in good hands.
Yes.
And I don't know what that means, and I don't know, and I'm not trying to say I'm staying in faith for a long time, but it's I get that.
Yeah. It's when you have a program that has done so much for you personally and has really made me who I am. And then also what the program has done for this community, and for this region. I mean, I will go to my grave saying that the 1993 Texas Tech women's basketball team put women's basketball on the national map. We were the first sellout of a Final Four.
Wow.
And there is no doubt that Cheryl Swoops was the reason for that. Her play was it was an elite level of play that no one had seen a woman do. Even, I mean, and I don't know how far out this podcast is going to go to people, but I'm on record saying, like, even the Lisa Leslies and the Cheryl Millers, like, everybody had their moment and their generation of greatness, but Cheryl Swoops was a next level generational player. And the things that she was able to do and how she took our program. And I will say, I've always said this, like, our team was very special because we had a lot of kids on our team that were very good basketball players, but there were a lot of very good basketball players, but we had an elite player that we all surrounded her.
Yeah.
And the chemistry was unreal. The unselfishness was unreal. And that's why we were so successful. And so to see what that did to this community, I mean, we came back the next day after winning that national championship in Atlanta to 40,000 people in Jones Stadium, the football stadium, welcoming us on April 4th in 93. It wasn't a football game. They were there. In fact,
it wasn't a homecoming game where it's like, yeah, we'll celebrate them.
That's right.
It
was legit, because
the
Raiders were coming home that night. And it was during the 1993 men's national championship game. And mind you, there were not cell phones where their dads could be watching the game in
That's
the tent.
Right.
They were there waiting for us.
They missed it for you. That's
yes.
Right.
And so just to know how hard Coach Sharp worked to build this program up, and then for it to slide so quickly downhill when she left, I just felt a responsibility. And I was like, I can do this. And I know I can surround myself with the right people. I know that West Texas will still embrace the Lady Raiders, but we got to get the right Lady Raiders. We got to get the right message. We got to get the right chemistry on the court. We got to get them out in the community. We got to get them being role models. We've got to get them, just inspiring, not just little girls, but people of all ages. I mean, one of our biggest fan groups demographically is the retired community, and they love us. And all of our practices are open. I never have a closed practice, except for shoot arounds, and that's different.
Yeah.
But we never have a closed practice, because what Coach Sharp told me and taught me was, if we give one person a reason to get up in the morning because they want to come watch the Lady Raiders practice, we're going to give it to them. And I have always felt that way. Every stop I've made, I've done the same thing. And we have people in our practice every single day, and it just brings joy to them. And that's what I want our program to do, is to bring joy to this community and to this area. And obviously, everybody's joyful when we win championships. So that's we're winning championships too. That's definitely a goal, but that's, there's a lot of other things that bring people joy.
Thank you for checking out today's episode. Please take a moment to subscribe to this podcast, share it with your fellow coaches, and find us on social media for what's coming up next on the JAMODI podcast. It's just a matter of doing it.